Okay guys, let's roll. Guys, look, I'm well aware of my limitations as a video YouTube speaker. I consider myself a better writer than video creator. So I'm going to try a little experiment, if you like a child learning to ride a bike. I'm going to put stabilizers on this video to see if it works out. So I'm going to use an article. I've written an article that I will read out. I'll leave it on the side so you can read it as well. Let's try it. Is that nothing to lose? There it is, guys. I was just looking through articles I wrote almost 25 years ago, warning what was to come if the British people did not wake up to what was being done to them for the New World Order, as we called them then. Now we say the global elite. A rose by any other name is still a rose. In the case of the New World Order and global elite, still evil. And I wondered what we British patriots were doing so wrong, that we have failed for so long, that we are now at the final part of this statement made by Winston Churchill. If you will not fight for right when you can easily win without bloodshed, if you will not fight when your victory is sure and not too costly, you may come to the moment when you will have to fight with all the odds against you and only a precarious chance of survival. There may even be a worse case. You may have to fight when there is no hope of victory, because it is better to perish than to live as slaves. After reading that, I reached the conclusion that what we patriots have been lacking for all these years is a leader who is not just an intelligent man with ideas that could fix our problems, but the ability to sell those ideas to the people so that they would demand that he lead them and do what is necessary to carry those ideas out. A leader so charismatic that if he were to call on the people to march on the government, they would. I looked at video clips of all the great speakers from around the world and down history. Great speakers like Winston Churchill, Gandhi, Martin Luther King, Margaret Thatcher, President Kennedy, and many, many more. All of them were good, but none of them were what we need now. We need a real rabble-rouser who can whip the British people up into a frenzy simply by telling them the truth about the way the world works. Finally, I came across this speech that was made in a factory in Berlin in 1933. There is no need for me to introduce him, the world knows his name. But what is important is the way he speaks to his audience and the truth of his words. Read what he's saying, and then we have a chat about it in the comments. So for now, guys, I'm going to ask you to put away your preconceived ideas and just listen to the way this man delivers his speech. And more importantly, the words that he uses in the speech, because he shows what was happening in 1933 is now happening today in 2025. See you in the video. Okay, let's go. We all know who the guy is. He's that painter from Austria.
Today we are witnessing the same thing again, but on a much larger scale. The conflict or hatred between nations is being fostered by very specific interested parties. It is a small, rootless international clique that incites nations against each other, that does not want them to find peace. These are the people who are at home everywhere and nowhere, who have no roots in any soil where they have grown, but who may live in Berlin today, just as easily be in Brussels tomorrow, and the day after in Paris or Prague or Vienna or London, and who feel at home everywhere. They are the only ones who can truly be described as international elements, because they can conduct their business anywhere. But the common people, the ordinary citizens, cannot truly follow them. The populace is inextricably chained to their ancestral land. They are bound to their cherished homeland, and they are fundamentally tied to the very means of existence of their sovereign state, their beloved nation. The people cannot go after them. The diligent farmer is inextricably tied to his fertile land. The hard-working worker is deeply attached to his rugged mountain. If either of their livelihoods goes under, who indeed will genuinely help them in their time of great need? What does international solidarity mean today? It's all just theory in a time when need cries out everywhere and nations must struggle hard just to exist. It was not the intellectual classes that gave me the courage to begin this gigantic task, but I can say that I only found the courage because I knew two groups, the farmer and the German worker.
Okay, guys. Good words, yeah? Now let's listen to it in its original language, shall we? Let's listen to it now.
Dass sie sich sträuben gegen den, der das erschüttert. Aber es muss am Ende beseitigt werden. Man kann nicht ein Volk zugrunde gehen lassen, weil einige Organisationen existieren wollen. Am Ende lebt ein Volk nicht für Theorien, nicht für Programme, auch nicht für Organisationen, sondern alles das hat dem Leben eines Volkes zu dienen. Und heute erleben wir dasselbe im ganz Großen wieder. Der Völkerstreit oder Hass untereinander, der wird gepflegt von ganz bestimmten Interessenten. Es ist eine kleine, wurzellose, internationale Clique, die die Völker gegeneinander hetzt, die nicht will, dass sie zur Ruhe kommen. Es sind das die Menschen, die überall und nirgends zu Hause sind, die nirgends einen Boden haben, auf den sie gewachsen sind, sondern die heute in Berlin leben, morgen genauso gut in Brüssel sein können, übermorgen in Paris oder mit in Prag oder in Wien oder in London und die sich überall zu Hause fühlen. Es sind die einzigen, die wirklich als internationale Elemente anzusprechen sind, weil sie überall ihre Geschäfte betätigen können. Aber das Volk kann ihnen ja nicht nachfolgen. Das Volk ist ja gekettet an seinen Boden, ist ja gekettet an seine Heimat, ist ja gebunden an die Lebensmöglichkeiten seines Staates, der Nation. Das Volk kann ihnen nicht nachgehen. Der Bauer, er ist auf seinen Boden festgelegt. Der Arbeiter, er hängt an seinem Werk. Wenn es zugrunde geht, wo wird ihm geholfen? Was heißt heute internationale Solidarität? Alles Theorie in einer Zeit, in der überall die Not schreit und die Völker schwer kämpfen müssen, um ihr Dasein. Nicht die intellektuellen Schichten haben mir den Mut gegeben, dieses gigantische Werk zu beginnen. Sondern das kann ich sagen, den Mut habe ich nur gefasst, weil ich zwei Schichten kannte, den Bauer und den deutschen Arbeiter.
Guys, what was it Dave Chappelle said in the previous video? And if you haven't seen it, you should watch it. If ever I say I stand with Israel, never listen to another word I say. Let that be our code word. Okay, people should put aside now their preconceived ideas about the man who was just speaking. But it is a man similar to that the United Kingdom now needs to lead them. Ben Habib is good. He's the intelligent man with the right ideas. So is Rupert Lowe. Some might say that Nigel Farage is their man, but none of them have the charisma or the willpower that needs to be done now to save our country. I've told you, I've been campaigning since 1976. I did see one man way back in time who might have been able to do it. A vilified man, John Tyndall. Much maligned man. But he spoke the truth then, and the truth that he spoke lives on in many people today. Anyhow, guys, what do you give the life expectancy of this channel? Okay, guys, you've been listening to The Green Arrow. Talk to you in the next one.